Hey everybody, welcome to this new video of Solaris playing Baldur's Gate 2 with no party and just the last save. In the previous episode, we were preparing to go in the Wind Spear to do the quest for the druids, for not the druids, the nymph, to release them from Irenicus dungeon, but also to do the quest for Thurk Crag. It's a red dragon. It's a very interesting quest where I can have some decent gear, especially the Dragon Slayer, which is a longsword specialized in killing dragon, obviously, and giving immunity to fear, which can be very handy. Is one of the few crowd control that I don't have protection against at the moment with panic. So that and also other different items that are extremely important. So we're gonna do the entire quest for Furkrag, and we're gonna leave no stone untouched. And of course, once we will have the opportunity, we're gonna kill the red dragon. And once we will kill the red dragon, we will have Casimir, which is a two-handed sword, but it can only be used by paladins. So we will sell Casimir, obviously. The objective as well is to be able to have enough gold so we can buy the armor of Baldurian. That's the ammonium. Yeah, no, that's not the one I was speaking for. But anyway, so the plate of Baldurian. Because it will protect us way better, you see, like against slashing, piercing, and missiles, which is always nice, right? But it also gonna give us a nice +1 charisma, and in the last episode we realized how broken charisma is and how much difference in the prices with merchant it is. So you can purchase legendary items for way cheaper prices for every point of charisma that you have beyond 18, and the price is very significant. So we're gonna purchase this armor as a matter of priority because it's gonna reduce the cost of everything else that we're gonna buy and increase the price of everything that we're gonna sell. It's very important. Plus, +4 hit points is always nice. -1 armor class is better than the one that I have right now, which is 1. Plus, I have some very nice protection against slashing, piercing, and missiles. The only thing left there, if I'm not mistaken, I think is crushing. There's nothing about crushing or bludgeoning, right? But we may have other protection that can give us a little bit more resistance against crushing. Let's see our combat stats. Yeah, I don't have any protection against crushing. All right, so I have a girdle. I have a girdle, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I didn't sell it. It's there. The Destroyer of Heals, but it can give me +4 versus crashing attack. But it's very specific. I mean, most of the time, I want to keep the girdle or the belt of initial barrier. It's just that good against magic. But if you are facing warriors or trolls who are using crushing damage, then you're not gonna use this. So I can switch with the Destroyer of Heals, right? Okay, so we are finished the merchant part, so we're gonna put that back. The saving grace, I always prefer having the saving grace at disposal. The blade of roses is a blade +3, so that's why I took off the stonefire, because stonefire, it's an axe +3, but it do +2 fire damage, so it still can be useful. But yeah, so as you can see, 2 long swords. There's Desta, there's Ras as well that we have. This is my only +4 weapon, so I'm gonna keep it. And this, I'm not proficient with it, but it does so much different type of damage. Plus, it slows the target. That's why at one point I would like potentially to have at least 1 point in this, so I'm not unspecialized. I will get rid of the penalty of +2 in proficiency, so I will be more efficient with that weapon. Because I mean, at level when we're gonna do the Watcher's Keep, we're gonna be able to recuperate another head for this weapon. which we'll put it at +4. And once we'll be in front of Bal, we will be able to have an extra component again to transfer at +5, and we'll make this weapon OP, right? So it's definitely, and also will give free action, right? So it's definitely a weapon that would be nice to have if I do go dual wielding as a main weapon, and after as a side weapon I can use, you know, legendary long swords like, you know, the Equalizer, or maybe the Black Razor at the end of the game, or you know, the Avogandal, which we're gonna have shortly. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so let's get going, shall we? Let's get going. All right, so we're gonna keep this this episode action-packed. We have a fair amount of things to do to solve the quest from Furkrag. We also managed to buy some potion of fire resistance. So yeah, the Watcher's Keep, we're gonna do that after the wind spear. But I want to maximize my chances to this as much as possible. Potentially, before doing the Watcher's Keep, I will also do the Wild Forest with Nera. We'll see. Okay. Beast curse! Your terror ends here! This is a trap, but anyway. Can't we talk about this? There will be no talk. We shall not deal with monsters that have no concept of honor. No more words. Attack. Okay, so this is a trap, and I know it, but there's nothing that I can do about it. It's a Furkrag that is making an illusion and make me look for a monster to them, and for me, if they look like a monster to me, but in reality, they are knights. Okay, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to destroy them. Can even hear it that when you hit it with a armor plate. And technically, if I want to be optimum here, what I could do is just grab the Saving Grace, switch it, right? So it's gonna be even harder for them to hit me. Huh? Funny enough, I switched to the Saving Grace and I got hit twice. Funny. But you see what they drop on the ground? They drop armors. Heavy plate armors. Actually, I'm gonna switch to the drinker there. Why not? So it's just gonna help me regenerate. There you go. Every time that I hit, I recuperate 1 hit point. Yeah, that plus the Ring of Gax. That's right. Give me that HP. Who are you that can change shape so readily? And why have you slain these beasts that become man? My name is Solaris Ray. What do you imply, friend? What did you see? I wonder if I saw what I think I saw. You were all ogres fighting, yet death yielded human bodies. No, now there are no monsters, only you and these slain knights. I appear that I've been tricked into killing these knights. That is the conclusion I have come to, though the priest of Helm will not believe what has happened. They will seek justice, and only your head will suffice. This is dear news indeed. What do you suggest we do? I suggest that we take a sanctuary with me until you can discover how this unfortunate event came to pass. I shall be honored to accept your hospitality. Follow me. Follow behind me. My cabin is but a short distance of here. I will meet you there. You have been cruelly tricked. Your kindness is welcome. How did you come to happen by when you did? You're not the first to suffer because of the falsehood and trickery. I have undergone the same, though my trial was less bloody. Um, I was once lord of this land and had many holds across the heart of arm. Taken from me, it was almost overnight, and I still bear the scars of my dream in my dreams. I am content now, having found solace in the quiet of the woods, but I will forevermore curse the name of Lord Jerden Faircrag. Hmm. I know this name. It was he who that bid me bid me rid his land of the ogre's menace. It is true to his style, organizing an elaborate plot to discredit our rival. I do not understand why it would target you, however. My guess was obvious. He sought my land, so he discredited me. There were missing people only he could find, uh, banditry only he could stop, solution to problems I'm sure he caused. In the end, my properties were razed in a single night. The people lost faith in me and my influence crumbled. Now it would seem he has targeted you. So he undermined your barony, but why would he come after me? I do not know. Perhaps you slighted him in some way, without even knowing. He seemed quite single minded in his purpose. What I do know is that he is not the worst of your worries. The most noble order of the Radiant Heart will seek your death if something is not done quickly. I have friends among the Order. I will speak with them as quickly as possible. Perhaps I can persuade them to look on you with mercy. I can but try. Thank you for this. You are most kind. It is not a problem. I have found peace where I am, but my enemy of but any enemy or Lord of Jaredens is a friend of mine. Make my home yours until I return with good news. You have brought happiness to my father again. It has been some time since he has been able to help anyone in need. Please do not disappoint him. He has been kind to me so far. I would not wish him harm. I'm glad he is a trusting sort. That is why Lord Jaden Farcrag was able to usurp his land. My father languished while Jaden lives in high life. You could do much to bolster my father's spirit. Bring that Farcrag task would help a lot. Please, if not for my father, then for yourself. Okay, we're gonna sleep. Okay. Ah, run, hide, there is trouble, I'm sure. Slow down, Jen. You will alarm our guests. What is wrong? Bandits, I saw them coming. They're trying not to be seen, but I saw them. Nearly here, hide and run. Bandits. I'll make sort of I will make short work of them. Good, good. Gavin away, so no one here to guard the home. I will go hide in the hills, I think. Yeah, John, I can help if need be. We also have our guest, so I doubt there would be trouble. A fine opportunity, and I'm sure he will take care of everything. Okay. She had been dimension door. Okay. We have taken Garen's child. Now it's time for this bothersome friend to die. Hmm. What manner of bandits are you? You have orcs among your numbers. We have all that serve Lord Faircrag, regardless of race. If it serves to distract, all the better. Your destruction will continue regardless, at Faircrag's request. Your rune continues with the devastation of Garen's Windspear in your name. Away goes his child from under your nose, and I wonder who shall bear the blame. Lord Faircrag watches with amusement as you die a public death again and again, so much more entertaining than simple killing. I will answer his threat in kind. He cannot harm me. He already has. Your reputation is defiled, and if we kill you now, your memory will live on in shame. This is revenge against those beyond reach, against the friends of yours that were enemies long past. Ah, friends of mine that were long past. Are you talking about Gorion? Well, I mean, I see a spellcaster. There is no way to talk with that person, so I'm gonna go directly for the jugular and try to kill her. Okay, now that she's dead, I'm gonna switch to the saving grace. I still have this. Yep, that's cool. I gotta go to the drinker. You know, the drinker is a good fallback longsword. You know, so I have more chance to hit. I can regenerate every time that I hit. You see, like this is very nice. You know. Hello, how you going? Boom. Now, of course, Lord Garen is gonna come. My daughter is gone. I left this place in your care. No, I know it was not you. I know who my enemy are. Damn Lord Faircrag. What is his grief with me? I will see it end as well. I will rescue your child, no matter the risk. I thank you, though. I don't know where you will find him. His hooligans prevent searching. I don't know. Perhaps in the ruins in the northeast. I don't know. I will find your kin, rest assured. I thank you. You will travel unmolested, for my players of your virtue were heard of the radiant art. They demand justice for the slain, so that is your task now. Okay. Not a problem. I'm gonna bring justice. We're gonna bring justice to Lord Faircrag. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this. Perfect. But I really like the ability for us to switch. What I was saying. Switch. What is this? They say not to tell Garen, so I don't. This message meant for you. Bandits give it to me, and then they let me live. It is for you. I live now. Okay. Faircrag's challenge. Ah, what is that? Solaris, I give you the opportunity to earn back your honor and more. This game is interesting, but it drags on and on. Come, let us meet and decide who is the better person. In the northeast is our battleground. You will see. You will know it to see it. Yes, I think you will know. Okay. Yeah. So of course, like an ancient red dragon. I wonder who is gonna be the better person. Yeah. Don't worry, Faircrag. We're gonna come for ya. We're gonna give you justice. Don't you worry. Okay. Hello. Well, I'm just gonna go for the drinker. This is when you want to have a... But yeah, I have a protection against missiles, so we're gonna be good. When you're chasing enemies, this is when you want to have a throwing axe, you know? So like that you can just throw it and finish them. Oh, la, 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 that crit at 32. Not too bad for a single hand weapon. I gotta put myself as close as I can from them. I should have a penalty. You see, that's why is okay. Anything else, my friend? Yeah, I don't really care. Those just gonna grab the gold, you know. Why not? Because it doesn't look like it, but you know, when you go to the merchant and you sell everything, it counts. So we're gonna save. And we're gonna try to find here you go, the nymph by Elisa. Outsiders, you are not one of my pretty men. Who are you here? Enfin, why are you here? I'm sorry to bother you. I apologize for bothering you. I have brought some acorn from your druid sister. It's not the it's the druid. They have been trapped by an evil mage for many years. I've been waiting for you. Helen, Kanya, and Elim must have their trees replanted so that they might be free. Give the acorn to me, brother. Sisters, we have longed to see you again. Hey, loves. My queen, Solaris have saved us. Can our tree be saved? Has Irenicus doomed us? Nay, little sister, you are not doomed. Come, Lydia, plant our sister's seed that they may again taste the wind. Ulen, Kanya, and Elim follow Lila, and she shall bring you back to the safety of the forest. Go well, and now that I shall protect you forevermore. Thank you, my queen. Thank you, Solaris Ray. The forest welcomes you. There has been evil near here, and I pray for you for your safety as you travel. Goodbye. Okay. So let's have a look. With this quest, we earn, 42,000 experience. It's pretty good. Not just to give back some acorn, and on top of that, it free one space of my bag of holding. So anything that can free space is is pretty good. Okay, let's have a look at where we stand now. We are almost level 18, guys. Which means that before fighting Fierkrag, we're gonna be level 18, which means that we're gonna have to put it in the only weapon class that we should at the moment is Longsword. Okay, because once we will find the Dragon Slayer, which is a longsword as well, we're gonna have Mastery 4 with Dragon Slayer when we're gonna fight Fierkrag. And I tell ya, it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter because it's gonna increase the chance of damage, and it's gonna, if I remember, it's also gonna increase the speed factor. Improve the number of attacks that we do per round. That's what I meant. So that's gonna be very good. And also, I hope that it's gonna reduce our taco one more step, which means that we'll have more chance to hit with any weapon, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's continue. So we're gonna save. We're gonna see goblins. In this situation, that's where it would be cool to do a weird and just boom, 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 or even do a whirlwind, right? Which where we're gonna begin to be able to do, not too long. Yeah, I don't really need the drinker there. I don't really think that they can hit me. There you go. Oh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna grab the gold and so we can move on, you know. Okay, so is there anything there? I just want to wipe the area, get all the experience that I can. Oh, look at this. Jeez, they hit me. Okay, they hit me again. Anyway. So as you can see, we're gonna clean the area of the wind spire, and we're gonna kill. We're gonna try to kill Faircrag. I hope that we can. Here, it's a red dragon, and I'm telling you, an ancient red dragon, and is not to be underestimated. He's very, very, very strong. All ancient dragons are extremely strong. But this is gonna be the occasion for Ray to rise to the challenge and to because after all, I've been challenged by this fur crag, and now it wants to investigate it. Ah. Okay. Let's take care of this. Oh my gosh. Now we're gonna shift to the blade of roses. Yeah, that's pretty heavy, but if I remember, you can sell that for. I'm not sure if you can sell it, but I gotta keep one in the bag of holding, and if I can't sell it, like, okay, so that's the knights. I did not think we deserve an audience. Dispatch these creatures was well and truly easy. Perhaps so, but we are not amazing in combat, even in these frail and hairless skins. Hairless perhaps, but frail. Perhaps you should speak for yourself. Now, do not fight amongst yourself. We have plenty to struggle against without turning upon each other. Indeed, I really agree. You would. Anything he says is perfectly acceptable to you. We all know where your loyalties lie. Oh, just because you are bitter about being too weak to lead, you question everyone that follow as they should. I say stop to the bickering. Have I not made myself clear? Indeed, a bad form for a pack to appear as such. Are you worried about our appearance when it is no more permanent than what? Than the shifting of the day or night? Here we go with the philosophical questions again. Can you not just be happy with the hunt? Must you analyze us all? Stop all the blustering chatter. Can I get a word in edgewise here? Well, that was rude. I'm not sure he was to my taste at all. Since when are you so picky? He's always been like that. Won't even hurt a hunt if he's having a bad fur day. Yeah. He refuses to hunt. That's not his decision. He should follow the will of the pack. That looks like werewolf, no? Like a good little puppy, huh? You really licked me off, you know? Yes, actually I do. Oh, now I've really got to kill them. To kill something. Okay. Okay, werewolves. Okay. So if they are werewolves, I think there is a weapon that we have that could help us against them. Let's give it a try. It's called the Burning Earth. It's a +1 weapon, but it do +2 versus regenerating creatures and +3 versus cold creatures and +4 versus undeads. So that could help. I mean, it's just gonna do more damage against regenerating creatures, but I mean, it's more useful if we go against undeads. That becomes a +5 and versus cold creatures. But regenerating creature is just, you know, the same thing than a blade of roses, really. Um, yeah. Okay. So okay, so I have the saving grace. Yeah, this that would not be necessary here. I don't want to burn a ras, not the figurine. We're gonna use blade of roses, and see how we go. Okay. There you go. Hmm. Let's try to see if we can use the drinker. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. You need at least a weapon enchanted +3, which is fine. There you go. So that's why, you know, like in those instances, it's good to have you know, a weapon enchanted with enough, you know, levels, because if you do, then you can switch to the right weapon and win the fight, which often is what is required for a fighter, right? To switch to the right weapon, right? The right weapon against and the right armor against the right enemy. Awesome. Gonna recuperate a little bit of gold. And it's also the reason why sometimes you need to be able to switch dials, right? Because you need to use all the weapons in your arsenal, and this is something that the fighters can do. Even if they can't be grandmasters of all weapons, they can actually use a wide variety of weapons because their taco gets reduced by 1 for every level, right? So the higher level the fighter gets, the more, you know, astute to all weapon it becomes. Therefore, it's more beneficial for us to put points in the different styles, because you're going to be able to use all weapons regardless. And of course, you have the right to have a favorite. Like for me, for example, the longsword is going to be my favorite, Grandmaster Longsword. But I think it's a better strategy for the fighter to actually make sure that you can have you're a master of short and steel, a master of dual wielding, and maybe even a master of two-hand fighting. Um, you know, and maybe after you have a preference with the longsword, being a grandmaster longsword, because there's some very good longswords, I'm telling you. But you know, um, but you would be able to be as good, you know, not as good, but you're going to be able to use any weapon, even if you are not specialized or whatever. Your taco is going to be so low by default, right? Is already 4, right? I'm a level 17. I'm about to be level 18 very shortly. It's going to drop down at 3, right? So that means that even with penalties, I'm still going to be very decent with the weapons. That's what I realized as I progressed with the fighter. Like, you know, I had to adjust my strategy. Okay, so let's save and let's go get in. Ah, shucks. What did I say? Gaff, you early. Trooper need a kicking ass to get ready. Faircraft be warned. Though I think he not care. Okay, so they're gonna try to cast spells at me. I think it will still be sufficient if I go to the drinker. Let's go. Yeah, I know, right? You're trying to hold person. I took almost no damage from the lightning. They're more hurting themselves than me, actually. Okay, what is that thing attacking me now? I may have to switch to a higher tier weapon. There you go. Wait. I didn't have... Nah, mind shield, okay. Did I level up? No! Oh, jeez. I said like, wow, I'm very, very close. Okay. Some potions, fair enough. I'm gonna put that there. You know, where as I said, we're gonna go through every single thing. Ah, okay. Hello. Okay. So now we level up. Ta-da! And this is a very important level up because we're gonna be 18 and we're gonna be Grandmaster, enfin, not Grandmaster, but Master in Longsword. Okay? So let's have a look and let's think about it, okay? Alright, so there we look, one additional weapon proficiency, the tackle is reduced by 1, as I said, so we're going to be at 3, this is huge, this is absolutely huge, additional 3 hit points, plus 1 lore. Okay, so here's the deal, there's multiple things that we can do here. If we go here, we can see, at the moment we are Master, okay, so the character receives plus 3 to hit, plus 3 damage, and only for warriors only, an extra attack per round with the selected weapon. Now, this doesn't change because I already had that in the previous level. So really what we're going to get now, right, is a plus... sorry, so that's where I am right now, sorry. Now, High Master, we're going to go from this to that. So the chance to hit will not change, right? We're going to do 1 additional damage, but the speed factor is going to be reduced by 1. Right? So plus 1 damage and the speed factor is going to be reduced by 1. And in Grandmaster, it's going to be another point of damage. The speed factor is going to be reduced by 2. And we're going to have an extra attack per round. Instead of half an attack per round, it's going to be an extra attack per round. Okay? So that means that if you go Grandmaster with longswords and you have many longswords, then you're going to be able to shlang, use the Equalizer, the Black Razor, or the Drinker, Ras, you know, Gun Down, the Answerer, all the best weapons, like vom. So it's going to be fantastic. Now, if we go with the Flay, just to have a look, right? I'm not saying that I'm going to do that. We're just looking, we're doing theory crafting. Okay, so what is interesting is Flay is also Morning Star, right? So that's 2 different type of weapons. If you put 1 point, the character can use a weapon with no penalties. So globally, you know, you're going to go from a penalty of proficiency plus 2 to 0, right? So you're not going to have a penalty using the weapon. And if you put an extra point, then you have a plus 1 chance to hit, plus 2 damage, and an extra attack, right? So, you know, the question of the advantage of going High Master and Grandmaster against, you know, reaching Specialized or Master is a very interesting one, right? But, you know, if you just put 1 point, you're going to have more chance to hit. And if you put 2 points, then you're going to have, you know, plus 1 chance to hit, more damage, and a half of an attack per round, right? Which is, you know, oh, this is very good. Up to level 3 is very cool. I personally think, though, that with the Longsword, you know, the level 4 High Master is nice, right? Plus 1 damage is always nice, right? Minus 1 factor, it's okay, but really is not as good as reaching the Grandmaster when you're gonna have an extra attack and a speed factor of minus 3. Okay, so it's like a transition. So once you put 1 point, once you put 4 points in the longsword, you are committed to put an extra 5 points to really make it worthwhile. Okay. Now, the thing that I think would be very beneficial, if you look, if we go here, so two-hand weapon against dual wielding, if you put 1 point, just 1 point on it, you're gonna have +1 damage. The speed factor is gonna be reduced by 2, so you're gonna be able to attack more often. And the ability to score a critical is gonna it's gonna increase from 20 to 19, 20. So that's pretty good. Okay. Then after putting another point in there, is nice, but it's not absolutely necessary. But the bonus speed factor is gonna go to it's gonna be an extra -2, so it's gonna be -4, which is not bad because two-handed weapons are slow generally. That's their problem. Dual wielding though requires a lot more points, right? You require, the first point is not going to be very useful, right? Because you're still going to have huge penalties. Instead of having -4 on the main hand and -8 on the offhand, it's going to be -2 and -6 with 1 point. 2 points is going to be 0 on the main hand and 4 on the offhand, and at -3 is going to be 0 on the main hand and -2 on the off end, right? So when you look at the ratio point per benefit, when you put 1 point in proficiency 1, you have 4 less penalty, right? 2 in the main hand and 2 on the off end. Same in specialization 2 on the main hand and 2 on the off end. But when you go master, it's just 2 on the off end. You see? So as you progress in master, high master, and grandmaster, the ratio benefit per point invested gets needs to be weighted, right? That's why that's why it's very important for a fighter, right, to really weight what we want to do, right? Because every single of those points count. We don't have a huge amount, even if we reach level 40. Which is the maximum that you can reach in front of Baal. You only have a few, weapon specialization. So I think going committed to the longsword is a good idea, because they have a lot of longswords, and that's gonna make them deadly. And after the wind spear, we're gonna go in the watchtower and try to get the Avogandal, which is at the, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's at the 5th level of the Watcher's Keep. And once we'll have that weapon, we're gonna have a +4 longsword, that do fire damage, and I don't remember the other trick that it does, but it's pretty decent. It's a good longsword, and you can improve it even more in front of Baal, and it will give you immunity to level drain. So when you're facing those vampires, geez. But anyway, I'm not sure that we will face vampires in front of Baal. But anyway, so we're gonna go with this, and once we will be specialization 5 in longswords, then I think I will put my volition in 2 weapon specialization fighting. Okay. So at level 21, right, we should be Grandmaster. Right now we are High Master, but at level 21 we should be Grandmaster. And then beyond that, 24, 27, 30, and all that stuff, we're going to work on dual wielding, because we're going to be able to have some very decent armor. And then we can, fight the draws and fight whatever enemies with 2-hand weapons. And if really we are fighting a tough battle, we can switch to shield and sword and shield, and go with a grandmaster weapon in a 1 hand. But the good thing with dual wielding is that if the penalty is very mild, just -2 on the offhand, I can put my special grandmaster weapon on my offhand, right? And I can put non-specialized or normal weapon in the offhand, and I'm still gonna have very good chance to hit, right? That means that I would be able to use a wide variety of weapon and to really adjust to the situation, which is going to be exciting. So let's go. Let's accept. So Longsword 4th level. Boom. And here you go, guys. So now, if we go look at our the taco is 3, right? So once we reach 21, our base taco should be 0. Okay. So that means that, you know, if you use your strength and legendary weapons, you're still gonna have a very good chance to hit with them. Something like ridiculous. Anyway, it's 42 minutes already, so 45 minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video here. We leveled up. We did a lot. We begin the quest to rescue, you know, Baron's kin from Fur Crag, and yeah, we're gonna try to settle our accounts with Fur Crab and finding the legendary Dragon Slayer. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. That really helps the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be aware when I put new content, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.